Hello, welcome to my channel. Today's video is slightly different from what I normally do. I don't do reviews and such like that, but I wanted to do a review on this little gadget here. It's a Fitbit copy, if you like. It's made by a company called Yoho or something like that. Anyway, I'll put it up on the screen. And basically, I couldn't find any information about it, or very little information on YouTube, so I thought I'd do a video. And the videos that I have seen on YouTube haven't really gone into depth as to what this thing can do. This cost me just over £6 from eBay, and it was here within a couple of days. It's obviously from China, but the videos, like I said, the videos I've seen weren't massively accurate in what they were saying, so I thought I'd do a video of my own. So it has, right, here we go. I'll try and do it this way, shall I? The phone's in the background because I'm going to show you the app in a second. So it has the time and the date, obviously, as you can see there, which keeps going off really quickly. The battery life on this lasts massively, by the way. It's nearly 2-3 days each time. I've had it as long as 3 days, and I've worn it every single day, which is brilliant. So yeah, so you got the time and date, and then there's a little button on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it there. You press that button there, or you touch that button, and it tells you, it pushes onto the next screen, which is fantastic. This gadget never turns off, by the way. There's no way you can turn it off. You can't keep your finger on that button, it'll go off, it'll always stay on. Okay, so there you've got your steps, which I'll talk about in a second. And then you push it again, then that tells you the miles that you've done. And you press it again, that tells you the calories, as you can see. And then again, we've got you see it's flashing at the back, green. That tells you the blood, your heart rate, and then this tells you your blood pressure. And then press it again, you get the battery level, and then press it again, you get the details of the watch. Now, when you get when you're using the app, if you get, you can set it up so you can have I'll go on to the app now. Actually, when you set it up so that you go on the app, you can actually set it up so that you can get notifications from WhatsApp, Facebook, your messages, phone calls. They all appear on here, and they sort of come on the screen there, and it tells you you've got a message. And sometimes you can read the messages as well, but obviously the screen's not very big, so it's not really worth doing. So this is the app. In fact, let's go have a look at what the app is. It's called the actual I don't know if that's focusing or not. It's called Yoho Sports, something like that. Yoho Sports. Like I said, I couldn't really get any information on it originally, or very little. So I'll put this at the back so we can hopefully see it on camera. I'm not sure if you can or not, to be honest with you. I'll try and do the best I can anyway. Now, on the app here, it tells you the steps and everything, and you can sort of see, it says the steps that you've done today on the go, and it tells you the distance. Oops, I've just touched that by accident, I do apologise. Tells you the distance that you've travelled, the calories that you've burned, and you can set goals on it. So the daily goal set on this one is 8,000 steps. I'll try and zoom in for you a little bit. Can you see that? 8,000 steps. Okay, now I set that originally. I've now got more steps than that on it. Much more than that, but I normally do more than that, but I haven't really set that one up. Now you can go into the menu, which is at the top here, and you can do all the settings for it. So for instance, right, you can see it there, that's quite good. You can set up your profile, you can set up your device. When you press the device there, this tells you whether it's linked up or not, which is here through Bluetooth. When it says bound, it's set up with the watch. I'll tell you what it does do, which a lot of them don't do, is when you disconnect from it, say you've run out of distance from your watch to your phone, it sends you a signal and says beep beep, something like that, and basically that means that you've gone out of signal. But it reconnects as soon as you come back, which is fantastic. As long as you want to connect to the app, that is. I like that because on the I used to have a Kingsman watch from China, and that used to disconnect, and then you couldn't reconnect it without actually doing it manually. So you can set up all your notifications through this particular thing here. As you can see, I've got SMS, Facebook, WhatsApp, and it vibrates as well. I don't know if it beeps or not. It only ever vibrates for me, but that's probably because that's set. I didn't realise that before. Incoming calls as well, so it'll tell you when you've got an incoming call. Now this has been fantastic for me because I work in a noisy environment and I've missed quite a lot of calls in the past, and this watch actually has notified me because it vibrates on my wrist. You can actually set it up so that you can, this here, shake for selfie. It'll bring up the camera, or you have the camera on, or it will bring up the camera, and you shake the watch and on your wrist, and it takes a selfie. And then you can set up alarms specifically for the watch, which will obviously set when you want it to set up. If you press this button here, which is find band, this is what happens. Listen. So it allows you to find your band if you've missed it, if you've misplaced it or something. Features, you can obviously set it, if you want to keep it connected to your phone, you can toggle this switch here, and that'll basically make it inactive. Or activate on wrist raise means that when you lift your wrist up, the display on the watch, I won't be able to show you because I'm going to have my wrist, but this activates on its own. It's hit and miss sometimes, to be fair, but I'm not that bothered, to be honest with you. Weather, obviously that's on your app. I don't know if that's actually on the phone. I've never seen it on the phone, I don't think so. It's probably just on the on the actual app itself. Now this setting here doesn't work with this particular watch. As you see, it's not supported, so I don't really know what that does. I think you're supposed to be able to set different things on this, on another version of it, a better version, which this isn't. Okay, so we'll go back. Now, is this accurate? Is this accurate in its steps to something, say, like, let's for instance, the Samsung app, the health app. Now I've tested this health app because I've been using it quite a lot, and I've tested it against Google Maps. So I've mapped out where I wanted to go, and basically found out, calculated how many steps it was, and then obviously matched it up to this, and this is massively accurate. It really is. So is this watch accurate to this? And the answer is no, not in the slightest. These were both set up at the same time today. Look at the difference. 500 steps on the watch and 24 steps on the phone. Now, to be fair, the phone, I'm in the house today, so I've not been using it properly. This isn't accurate with this anyway, because I've had this on but not had that in my pocket. But generally, I do 10,000 steps a day, sometimes more, and when you look on the Samsung watch, it'll say 10,000, sorry, on the phone it'll say 10,000 steps, but on here it'll say 11,600 or somewhere around the same sort of distance, so it's quite inaccurate, if I'm honest. And and then the mileage, that often states a completely different mileage to what you've done with the steps. Today, a couple of days ago, it said 0.3 and I'd done 10,000 steps according to the watch. And now that's inaccurate as well, isn't it? So basically, it's not accurate at all. There is one feature, I'm just going to quickly do this because the video's coming to an end. There is one feature that a lot of people miss on that, and it is, if you can change the display on the front here. If you keep your finger on the button like this, it changes to a different display with the I don't know if it's focusing or not, with the actual at the bottom, it's gone off now, with the steps on the bottom, so you can change that to that whenever you want, and it changes the colour as well, which is, I think, is pretty good. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, hope it's helped you out, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.